for coming.
I have to tell you,
Stopping.
I didn't realize that the Astral Plane was a restaurant.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's closed now, though,
Yeah.
right? If you're looking to follow it's closed.
It's closed. The Astral Plane was... It was one of those places where the owner would do your astrological chart at the bar.
Oh, wow.
You know, they waited for a very specific day, very specific time of that day to open it, so it would have a certain character. I should read that part, I think. I'll just read this little part for you.
Were there people there that had experiences on the astral plane, leaving their bodies and stuff?
Oh.
I don't, probably, but I don't know for sure.
Oh.
Yeah. Reed would be, I mean, we worked a lot like just any other restaurant behind the scenes, because it's just there's constantly stuff to do. And there have been so many people that had worked there over the years, but there were so many different customers too, regular customers who they'd call on the phone and maybe they weren't able to come in anymore for whatever reason, but it was just one of those places where, I mean, we had tarot card readers and psychics and people come in on Sundays and entertain, essentially. And it was a lot of fun. Yeah. But this is the part that I helped my boss write that kind of explained it.
Okay.
This is the proprietor's welcome. It's only a page. I waited 6 months for the stars to align to open the astral plane, with the door locked until the exact minute during a full moon when the vibration would be the strongest. The moon was in Sagittarius, sign of travel and jovial kinship. The sun was in communicative and witty Gemini, sign for fun. There was also a Mars-Venus angle that promoted romance and passion. So with a glided human statue of Mercury out front and a young Bacchus in loincloth covered in grapes on the back bar, I was not surprised to hear the Dean Emeritus of the art school say, "Reed, your place is full of fascination." Over 35 years in business, the astral plane has been called flower child of the Philadelphia Renaissance, a groovy trip down memory lane, and like dining in a faded starlet's dressing room. I cut down Bette Midler's favorite chandelier and gave it to her on her 25th birthday, only to see her the next night at the Academy of Music sliding down a giant high heel, holding it alight, before warming up her opening audience with tales about the astral plane.
Oh, she'd been there.
Yeah, she was there for her birthday dinner, and she loved the chandelier, so the owner cut it down and gave it to her.
Oh, interesting.
Quite the story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After their dinner one night, the Pointer sisters piled us into their 1930 sedan and drove to the Warwick Hotel for a party, while Patty Duke stayed on, mooning over her new husband. We built a salon prive for Mick Jagger, sledgehammering out the wall to create more space, while he and his mates looked on, and named George Clooney's brunch, filet mignon and eggs request after him. It was a fun place. Best of all, seeing Sarah Brightman appear one night during a full house, and bending down to kiss the hem of her garment. She returned the favor by singing in full voice to my dog, Rose, holding her paw. Reed was such a character. The magical astral plane was the land of dreams and the world of imagination. A timeless place where all things were possible and people were free to create their own reality.
Sorry.
We had beautiful food and atmosphere with flavor, adopting the slogan from the old Philadelphia Independent newspaper, published in the same building in the 30s. For the masses, not the classes. And we lived it. That's Reed. That's the owner. Yeah, he's awesome.
And
So it was...
what city was this restaurant?
Philadelphia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So when he took over the building in the 70s, there was printing presses in the basement from the old Philadelphia Independent newspaper, which was one of the first African-American newspapers run by a woman in the States, apparently. And so we had framed photographs, framed versions of some of the articles on our walls. So he really honored them and adopted their slogan, "For the masses, not the classes." And, but the whole place was just full of actors' photographs and tchotchke.
It seems very dark when I read the book. It seemed like a dark bar that, you know, it was like, because there was many stories in there, so there were many nooks and crannies to
Yeah.
the bar. Was it really lit with windows, or was it?
There was a big window. It was the side of a townhouse. It was like one room, you could imagine, and the bar was right there in the window, and it was well lit with lamps and things, but the ceiling was all parachutes hanging down, and then you had all along the walls, and the walls were constantly evolving because Reed's. It was like the whole restaurant was Reed's work of art. So he had little. He would go to flea markets and yard sales, and he'd buy little salt and pepper shakers, or just little things that fascinated him. All kinds of things, and they'd just be all over the place. So every day I'd come to work, it looked different. The place, he would evolve the place. It would be like everything's moved around. The flowers are all different. He pulled out some new artifacts from the basement or from his apartment upstairs.
What years was it open?
It opened in 1972, I think. Yeah,
And when did it close?
2007.
Oh.
He just got tired of entertaining people. He was like, I want to have a Saturday night off. So, and he was, but yeah, it was so much fun. I could read you a story about Reed if you'd like.